All right, so guys, this is an example of your In the Beginning project, and it is in a program called ThingLink. And I had sent you an invitation to your school email to join ThingLink so that you can use this program. It's already been prepaid for you as a class. And so what I did is I took a picture that I had taken of Denali National Park in Alaska because I thought it was such a beautiful example of what creation is and the beauty of God's creation. And so you can pick whatever picture you want as your opening page, something that represents what you think God's creation is. And then each of these numbers that you see blinking up there represents one of the 7 days of creation. And so I'm going to just go ahead and maybe I'll start with this tag. That's what these are called, tag number 2. So you can see where this goes to. And it just says, day 2, God separated the sky above from the oceans below. So for this particular one, I actually paraphrased it. You could paraphrase it in your own words, or you could type out the whole verse for that, for number 2. Or there's actually a place where you can do some recordings and record your voice in there as well. So let me show you a couple more, just pictures of things that I picked. So this was day 3, and here's where I put it more in as a quote. And this is from Bryce Canyon National Park, and you'll see why I picked that. It said, let the water beneath the sky be gathered into oceans so that dry land will emerge. And I thought, oh, this is a great picture of dry land. But then at this day 3, God also put grasses and seed-bearing plants and fruit trees and with seeds inside the fruit there too. So you could have a picture of a piece of fruit or whatever you think would represent day number 3. And then day number 4 I put over here. I didn't have anything that was a picture of a sun and a moon, so I just searched for one on the internet, and then I put day 4, for God had made 2 huge lights, the sun and the moon, to shine down on the earth. The larger one, the sun, to preside over the day, and the smaller one, the moon, to preside over through the night. He had also made the stars. So you kind of get an idea of what I'm doing here for each of these. And the last one here I made real personal for day number 6. I put there was so much you could put here because I have pictures of bears and gosh, all kinds of things, sea creatures and birds and everything. But I really like the end of day 6 where it says, then God said, let us make someone like ourselves to be master upon the earth and the skies and of the seas. And so this is where he created man. And I put a picture of my family there to represent all of that as well. And so you can pick things that you represent. Day 7 is where God rested and he said that it was good. And so I just have a picture of me sitting back by the ocean here, drinking a cup of tea, just representing that idea that God had said it was good and how he rested and he had ceased his work for day 7. So next thing I'm going to show you is how to create a ThingLink once you are in there. So I'm going to go ahead and close this out. And when you first get started, you won't have any pictures in your ThingLink. So you'll want to go to Create. And then there's lots of different things that we can do with this. And we will also be using this again when we do the pig dissections. But for right now, I'm going to have you go ahead and just select Image. And you can find some images that you have on your computer, or you can download some from the internet, but I'll show you how I did mine here. I'll go ahead and just pick a picture. Here's one of the original ones before I edited it, and I'm going to hit Open File. And there it's uploading it for me, and then I'll go back to the uploaded files. I'm going to temporarily close this. So now you can see my newest picture added here, and now this is the one that I'm gonna want to edit. So I'm gonna select from my content that picture that I just uploaded. Give it a second, and there it is. And then you're gonna go over here in the right-hand corner where the blue button is that says Edit, and you'll click Edit, and then you'll start to see where you can add the tags for this. When you press on the Add Tag, you'll see that you have on the left-hand side your choices. And I want you guys to use the Add Text and Media box. You can also change the buttons that you press on, and I'll show you how to do that in just a second. But you'll add the text and media box, and then here's where you can change your icon. So I picked numbers, you could pick hearts, you could pick stars, whatever you want. So just for this second time around, I'll just leave it this orange circle. And you'll also notice that when I select the circle, it gives me different choices of circles that I can put on there. I kind of like this blue and white one. And then for the layout, they give you kind of some different choices. One of the things that I found when I was doing this one is this first picture up here shows more of the picture than some of these lower ones do. So for this next one, I'm just going to pick this one as my layout. And then I can put right here, day 1 or day 2 or whatever day that you're working on. And then you can add a description about what happens on day 1. And here's what I want you to notice is that I'm not editing inside this big box. It does not let you do that. I'm actually editing over here to the left, and then it shows what it looks like over on the right. On day 1, God said, and I'll just leave it like that. And then you can upload an image to it. So that's where this little up arrow is. So I will pick my day 1, which for me, where it showed light, you can show darkness. You know, there's lots of different ways you can do this. So I'm going to pick that one with the sun in the sky. And I'll hit open. Come on, open, open. And then it will show it like this. I'll show you some of the other ones. It could look like that, but I didn't like that one because it hid the sun. Or I can go over here. I didn't like that because it washed out where day 1 was. But whatever makes you happy, you can do that for that one also. And then you can upload an audio just by hitting the record button. You could read the Bible verse that comes from, whatever you want. Or if you hate the whole thing, you can delete tag and start all over again. Then when you've got this to where you want it to be, you would hit done. And now notice that your box for that one disappeared, but if you want to see it again, you just click on it and there it goes. So you should have 7 tags on your picture, and each of those tags should have another picture that represents to you whatever that day is. So when it's talking about, you know, that it creates dry land or fruit, you could put a picture of a fruit, you could put dry land. You know, be creative, whatever it means to relax to you. You could take a picture of your dog sleeping, you know, I mean, you could just have a little bit of fun with this. And all right, so I will look forward to seeing what you all create with this.